ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the best pleasures of the year to welcome you all to the Carol Service, which is the annual service put on by the students and some staff members as well. It's one of the most enjoyable and one of the highlights of the social year, and everybody realises the amount of effort put in by the people that you see behind you. So for parents and family members, what's really special is it's the one night of the year that we can drag the students out of the library, because the rest of the time they're just so studious, it's unbelievable. The other thing that's always entertaining for the staff is the genesis of the practice. So tonight you're going to hear perfection. When it first started 6 weeks ago, when you walked by the areas where they're practicing whatever, there was a little bit of a strangling of a cat mentality going on. Last night, I thought Maria Callas had come back to life and presented herself here again. So without further ado, just two very quick, obviously, procedural things. First of all, can I please ask you to make sure your mobile phones are either switched off or switched to silent? And second of all, just be aware where the nearest exit is in case of an emergency. Without further ado, to kick off tonight, I'd like to welcome the Dean, Mcgee, to say a few words.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Rory. And as Rory says, this is definitely the highlight of the social calendar in the vet school. Certainly it's one time when the staff and students come together. As you'll see from the programme, it's been going for quite some time now, for 35 years, since I was a student and definitely since Rory was a student. And I think it's true to say that it's got better and better with every year. And it truly embodies the fantastic community spirit we have here in the vet school. Just before we start this evening, and before I go on, I think it would be appropriate for us to remember here this evening those members of our community, our family, friends, students and staff who are deceased and who are no longer with us or who are ill and can't be here this evening. So please do keep them in your thoughts as we go through the lovely evening of music that we have here before us. So thanks to Aoife again for inviting me to give a little talk at the beginning of this. And when I was teaching quite a lot to the grad entry students, the first years this year, the professional skills module, and there's a lot of North American students in there. And they were telling me that in North America it's quite common to have a dean's list, which is the list where the students who do really well in their exams get put down on a list. And I'm not sure what happens after that, but it's a good thing apparently to have on your CV. So I thought I would prepare a dean's list for this evening, but being the season that's in it, I prepared not one, but two Dean's lists, Christmas lists. So I have a nice list, and I have a naughty list. Whoops. So, if it's okay with you, I might start with the nice list, if that's all right. It's quite a short, nice list. I've mentioned some of the people on the nice list already. I've mentioned Aoife J. O'Sullivan, Auditor of VetSoc, and thanks to Aoife and VetSoc for inviting me here today. The choir, the musicians and the dancers, who I'm sure will do us proud, and I'm really looking forward to the evening's entertainment. Also on my nice list are the first years. Hopefully we've got a lot of first year students here in the audience, bless their hearts, because they have 4 or 5 years left to enjoy the Christmas Carol concert here. So a special welcome to all our first year vet students here. I'd like to say welcome too on the nice list to Father Leon, our chaplain, who I think features later on in the programme, and in particular to the school office team and our new student advisor Niamh Nestor, who have been a great support to me through the year. We shouldn't forget also the many organisations and individuals who've been our sponsors over the year, who sponsored our student talks, staff seminars and the many prizes and scholarships we have. So thanks to all of those for their support. Some organisations that featured high on our list this year were AVMA, VCI and AVBC, all of which passed our veterinary programmes, veterinary medicine programme in particular, and our veterinary nursing programme with flying colours. And thanks to them, we can all have our students now. We can get rid of you and we can send you off to work in more or less anywhere, any part of the world, because we are internationally accredited. So they're on my nice list as well. Also on my nice list, the 2013 graduates. I don't know if any of them are here this evening, but they did all come back last weekend, and we had a very special reunion with them last Saturday here in the college. So for our final years, we will be inviting you back in due course for a reunion as well. And my second last event or thing on my nice list is what I've talked about already, the absolutely fabulous tradition that is the annual Veterinary College Christmas Carol Concert. And the last thing, or person in fact, on my nice list is Tommy Mcgee, sitting right in the front here. And he's on my nice list. Tommy's been here right from the beginning of the Christmas Carol concerts and even before that as well, but he gets younger looking every year, so the Christmas Carol concert is good too. Okay, that's it for the nice list. Few things on my naughty list. Okay, first thing is, all of you students are going home having completed your Christmas exams and, to your back carefree lives. Think of the poor staff here, because we'll be involved in grading all your Christmas exams, especially those essays with the bad handwriting. So, think of us when we're doing there. Other things on my nasty list: parking in UCD, or the lack of it. The parking clampers in UCD. I've been caught by on more than one occasion. Expensive coffee. No, we never complained about that in the canteen. Okay, and then lastly, I'm afraid, and I'm really sorry about this, but I'm afraid some of the staff are on my nasty list as well. First up is Aidan Kelly, who's sitting beside Tommy Mcgee here. And Aidan, as you know, has been a stalwart of the choir every year for a good number of years, but I was absolutely shocked this evening when he told me the reason he wasn't contributing to the choir is because he has now become a member of the Bray Choral Society. So Aidan, your lack of loyalty, I'm afraid, is not the better. That's why I'm on the list. Okay, more staff on the naughty list. Owen Ryan. Owen is in there in the choir. Owen is on my naughty list because he is by far and away the most popular staff member we have. That makes us feel. Okay, Marika Beltman. I'm not sure, is Marika here? She's deserted us as well, but Marika is also a really popular staff member. And she's on this list because not only is she popular, but she can also run, cycle and swim really, really fast. It makes the rest of it feel bad. Hester, I'm afraid, is on my nasty list too. Hester is on my naughty list because more people are more afraid of Hester than they are of me. And Hester, I really, really resent that. I have to say. Again, this is a really sad one. Rory, our MC for the night. Rory, you're on my naughty list, I have to say, because you're an excellent MC. Not only are you an excellent MC, you're witty and funny, and you're tall and graceful and suave as well. It's just not fair. In fact, and I'm getting really near the end of my list now, when I think about it, practically all of the staff are on my naughty list. Because, let's face it, they're all taller than me. Nobody is smaller. And that means they think they can push me around, and I really get tired of it sometimes. So I'm afraid you're all on this list tonight, but all of the students are on my nice list, so. Anyway. That's all I have to say this evening. Let the entertainment begin. Thank you.
Renovatus est, ad Christo renante,
books. I told you that the vet school of talent, and I think the first two songs already give ample demonstration of that. Normally, when we see vet students involved in physical activity, it involves a bullock, a crush, holding the head, and dosing it. Never before have I seen what I'm about to see right now. You're going to get an excerpt from the Nutcracker, so for a new and novel invention for the vet school, please give a gentle introduction. Thank you. So 2 new developments. First of all, Ruby Bones as the new Alec Jones. Never thought I'd see that. Secondly, Grace, the ballet dancer that's in love, to add to your list of people that you hate, okay? So it's very easy to think when you listen to what you've just heard that maybe all day long we're just one giant fun trap family singing hymns all the time. But believe it or not, we do a bit of work. And as part of that work, it's all very professional and the students make a huge effort with all the cases that they see. But one aspect of our work is that sometimes you come across clients who can't quite afford the medication or the treatment that the animal requires and equally deserves as well. So recently there was the development of an animal welfare fund. Now, without further ado, I'm going to ask Jules Guerin to get up to say a few words to inform you of what the programme involves.
Hi, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for coming out on such a cold night to support the students in an absolutely fantastic so far evening. Contrary to popular belief, some of you know me, I don't like being the centre of attention, so I will be out of here as quick as possible. The Animal Welfare Fund first started off, we don't have a time for when it started. It was basically animals that were presented to the hospital that, as Rory mentioned, owners couldn't quite afford the treatment. We would sometimes have strays come into the hospital, and basically the Animal Welfare Fund started off as staff and students baking cakes, raising money and putting it towards the treatment of the animals that couldn't afford it. So someone had a bright idea that we would just formalise, and under the umbrella of the UCD Foundation we brought to life the Animal Welfare Fund. We've been really lucky with the support that we've had from all of the staff and especially the students, where they've given their time freely. We were at the Pet Expo last weekend for the first time and had a stand, and we were promoting the hospital and promoting the Animal Welfare Fund, and we had a fair number of students just pop in, come around, talk to people who were walking around the expo and tell them about the Welfare Fund and tell them about the hospital and the work that we do there. So it was a very proud moment indeed to see them all there. A couple of things that we have started doing, we have our first 2 kind of national promotions, which is a 2015 calendar and Christmas cards also. Funnily enough, I happen to have an example of them right here. So the calendar for 2015, we were very lucky to have some famous faces lend their pictures of themselves with their dogs, Brendan O'Carroll being one of them, and donated the pictures to the Welfare Fund in order that we could start this off. There are a number of them, and a number of just normal, everyday people who saw the good behind the Welfare Fund and wanted to donate the help that they could. And then also we have the Christmas cards, which the Christmas cards are actually all animals belonging to staff that have been rehomed or rehabilitated through the hospital. My 2 babies, of course, are featured. But this is all, none of this would have happened, none of this would have come together if it wasn't for the support of all the staff and all the students. And I think, as Rory said, we do a bit of work occasionally. We don't become vets or vet nurses for the glamour. We don't become vets or vet nurses for the money. We become vet nurses and vets because we want to help, and our love for animals kind of overrules everything else. So this is just formalising that. Blatant plug, the cards and calendars will be on sale after the carol service, and you will see some guys going around with some buckets that we are accepting donations. Thankfully, for sponsorship of the cards and the calendars, all the proceeds from those go directly to the Animal Welfare Fund. So it has been absolutely fantastic, and I'd just like to again thank everyone, especially the students, VetSoc and the carolers, for allowing us to be here and to help us promote it and to have this carol service and have all the donations go towards the UCD Animal Welfare Fund. So thank you very much, guys. I'll let you get back to it.
people, whether religious or not religious, it's a very important time for reflection. For many people, it's also a very spiritual time. So without further ado, could I ask Papa Leon, please, to say a few words.
Voor de míle mágad agus tá ásom a bheith in bhór measc mar as go nach don ihe is tanimhach, is tanimhí sa campus seo i UCD. This is the most enjoyable event of a pre-Christmas performance on campus, undoubtedly. Thank you very much. Lovely to be with you. It's a night of fundraising for animal welfare, I'm conscious of that, and my thoughts naturally turn to the animals who have such a prominent place in the Christmas scene, the ox and the ass. And they're given quite an exalted position. They have the front row in this very scene. Indeed, they're exalted even further. In medieval art, Christian medieval art, they're always depicted as almost human, with a human face and with wide open human eyes. The suggestion is that even the animals see God's glory and are transfixed and transformed by it. The real ass, if you'll pardon the expression, is the one blinded by his own ego, arrogance and lust for power. And there are many examples in the Gospel of that, Herod being a prime example, who wanted just simply to kill the newborn king. So the ox and the ass in the scene of Bethlehem and in art invite us, when we contemplate it, to open our eyes and to see God's glory in this place. God present in this humble, all-too-human scene of Bethlehem. So let's pray tonight then for the eyes of faith. It's easily blinded in this present culture. We pray for the eyes of faith so that we may see, really see, the hope for humanity in the story of Christmas. The hope of peace and of goodwill among peoples, that will be brought forward by our contemplation of this scene of Bethlehem. So go mani díosibh gléir agus nolig faoi héans faoi bhaisií, gur míle mágah. Johnny Hewodin mehel begetagert fegrian godroch Stonni Hewodin mehel Gdanig brer slan Tagrios rörnes berhe Gosan palodna flondoch van Velgias agam safjavan Is a weiden in jagen ishra Vake lau mantleve Gong laken na hier iska Noiren oskelte janes bere Ta tachtere der foil Kjade gløyre nishtan her I vlase wasen gehard Ins faste fosser dalov Da arv javen shilchain
Well, folks, that was one of our very own surgeons, John Ryan, displaying a skill that I didn't know that he had. which is obviously very welcome. One of the great traditions in the vet school over the years is that there's often, over the decades, been a huge interest in traditional Irish music. And this has been both song and also in the playing of music as well. So we're now going to have a small episode here within the Carol Service, which is basically referred to as the traditional music session. This is the time with Michael Bell, very excited. So if you see him waving his arms, it's just natural, nothing strange is happening. Without further ado, it's going to take the folks just a couple of minutes to get organised, whatever, but you're in for a treat. I've heard you practicing for the last couple of weeks, and as I said, I'm here for more. Thank you very much.
Christmas childhood. One side of the potato pits was white with frost. How wonderful that was, how wonderful. And when we put our ears to the paling post, the music that came out was magical. The light between the ricks of hay and straw was a hole in heaven's gable. An apple tree with its December glinting fruit we saw. O you Eve were the world that tempted me to eat the knowledge that grew in clay, and death the germ within it. Now and then I can remember something of the gay garden that was childhood's. Again, the tracks of cattle to a drinking place, a green stone lying sideways in a ditch, or any common sight, the transfigured face of a beauty that the world did not touch. My father played the melodeon outside at our gate. There were stars in the morning east, and they danced to his music. Across the wild bogs, his melodeon called to Lennons and Callans. As I pulled on my trousers in a hurry, I knew some strange thing had happened. Outside the cowhouse, my mother made the music of milking. The light of her stable lamp was a star, and the frost of Bethlehem made it twinkle. A water hen screeched in the bog. Mass-going feet crunched the wafer ice on the potholes. Somebody wistfully twisted the bellows weeping. My child poet picked out the letters on a grey stone. In silver, the wonder of a Christmas townland, the winking glitter of a frosty dawn. Cassiopeia was over Cassidy's hanging hill. And I looked, and 3 windrushes rolled across the horizon, the 3 wise kings. An old man passing said, "Can you make it talk? The melodian." I hid in the doorway and tightened the belt of my box-pleated coat. I nicked 6 nicks on the doorpost with my penknife's big blade. There was a little one for cutting tobacco, and I was 6 Christmases of age. My father played the melodeon, my mother milked the cows, and I had a prayer like a white rose pinned on the Virgin Mary's blouse.
People all at this Christmas time, consider all and bear in mind what our good God for us has done in sending His beloved Son. With Mary holy we should pray to God with love this Christmas day. In Bethlehem upon that morn, a blessed Messiah, oh, He was born.
The night before that happy tide, the noble Virgin and her guide were long time seeking up and down to find a lodging in the town. Bookmark how all things came to pass, from every door repelled alas, as long foretold their refuge all was but a humble ox's stall.
the early, go fullest on sail, o ringorin, be Anglicano on sparrowin, glushik go ga, dirt angle jay, go belsa, it's yoy shive, in the legal shade, the man sure fair, should and Messiah, a Graham cell.
There were 3 wise men from afar, directed by a glorious star. They wandered on night and day until they came where Jesus lay. And when they came unto the place where our Jesus, the Messiah lay, they humbly laid them at his feet with gifts of gold and incense sweet. Near Bethlehem did shepherds keep their flocks of lambs and breeding sheep, to whom God's angels did appear and put the shepherds in great fear. Prepare and go, the angel said, to Bethlehem, be not afraid, for there you'll find this happy morn, the princely babe, sweet Jesus born.
Thankful hearts and joyful mind, the shepherds went their babe to find.
And that, folks, in a nutshell, is why we are so proud of our traditional Irish music. So again, final round of applause, because there's a huge amount of effort involved there. Okay, from fantastic talent, from the sublime to the absolutely ridiculous. We're now going to have 2 songs. First, a group of 4th-years, followed by a group of 5-years with skit songs, where I think we're going to take the mic out of certain members of staff and college. However, a bit of fun for all. So, 4th-years first, followed by 5-years. Okay guys, there you heard a delicate volunteers accompanied by Benny Atencia. Benny was the dog and he's making a major talent there. Now we're going to come to what's the difficult part. We're going to have one staff member and we're going to also have one student doing the introduction to solos, followed then by the choir and company. So O'Ryan will be the first solo and Daniel X will be the second solo.
Oh
My next job is a strange one. I have to introduce Aoife O'Sullivan, who's the auditor of VetSoc. Now, Aoife O'Sullivan is her official name, but her street name is Aoife J. So that's the way I'm going to present it. She's the auditor of VetSoc, and I'm the staff member who's the treasurer. And everything was going swimmingly until this morning when I got a letter from the public accounts committee saying they were investigating her. So Aoife, you're on your own.
I know what? I thought I would have the podium to hide behind them. Doesn't go on. Five. Okay, so on behalf of VetSoc and on behalf of the choir, I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. And also a big hello and a thank you for everyone who's watching on the live stream at the minute, whether you're probably in your pajamas or just having dinner at this moment, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. So basically, tonight is such an amazing night, as it's already been said, probably one of the best events of the year, getting everyone into the Christmas spirit. And I'm just delighted that this night can go to a new charity that we have, the Animal Welfare Fund, as Jules was talking about earlier on. And I think that it's going to be a fantastic thing for UCD, and I hope that the proceeds from tonight and all the donations, thank you again for that they will really help animals in the near future. So I have a lot of thank yous to get through. So thank you to Mark and Jack for doing the AV tonight and the live stream, fantastic. Thank you to all of our speakers this evening, and thank you, Grace, for putting me in a nice list that will go on my CV. Thank you so much to everyone who participated tonight, Astra Hall for setting up, catering, oh my god, lighting, everything. People who printed like the booklets, it just goes from the big things to the very small things. Ashton for doing photography this evening. God, lads, I really hope I'm not forgetting anyone as well. But I think I'm going to start off with the big thank yous. Firstly to our MC / stand-up comedian / actor / clinician, Dr. Rory Bradnock. So big round of applause. As well, I'd like to send another massive thank you to Finbar English, who was head of the trad band this year, and we heard that you really like rich tea biscuits, so we'd like to know where you are. Massive thank you to Jennifer McGinnity, who was our conductor for this evening and kept us in line in all those late hours and really got us in gear for tonight. So a huge round of applause for her as well. Okay, so I'll hand you back to Rory. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Aoife. Just to finish up tonight then, the final version will be at Desi Fidelis, and we'll just have a couple of final closing words. So, bye.
Amen.
opened with the opening speech, she said that it was special. And it's very easy to use the word special in a very flippant way. But she actually meant it, and I actually mean that. And I know it's rare when I'm genuine. The reason why it's special, yeah, it's very rare, so video this, just get it on camera. The point is, it does kick off Christmas, number one. But secondly, it's incredibly special when you realise just how talented so many of you are. And it is patently obvious to everybody here that not only do you have natural talent, but you put a huge amount of work and effort into that. All the traditional music, all the singing, everything about it was just so high class. And I think, again, when people applaud, they really, really are applauding you for phenomenal effort and phenomenal skill. Guys, can you just give me one final show? The second main reason why it's special is it is very special to be joined by your family members. Some of them are here, some of them are streamed in. And it's not often that we actually get to meet your family members. But the other main thing about it is this. Vet school, like every other school, has its ups and its downs. But when you have an event like this, you really do get a sense of family, and you really get a sense of belonging. And most schools, they don't have carol services, they don't have pantomimes, they just don't get it, okay? And the way we get it is because of people like you. So, in all honesty, guys, we're extraordinarily proud of you, and I really, really do applaud you for everything you've done tonight. Tomorrow, most of them have asked to do their exams today, because they fear when they come in tomorrow, if there's a breathalyzer test or any other form of thing, whatever, they might go up. But nobody minds, everybody's just have to enjoy it. So if it's socially afterwards, whatever, everyone will get to meet up, whatever. But once again, guys, a fantastic start to Christmas 2014, and thank you so much for all the effort.